The task of leadership is not to put greatness into humanity, but to elicit it, for the greatness is already there. The question then is, how can we lead our lives and enterprises more effectively and produce outstanding results? I'm John Douglas, a professional business leader with diverse skills. I'm also an expert results coach and accredited strategic interventionist. My goal in talking with you is to add massive value to your lives and your businesses by sharing some tools and strategies that will educate and empower you to step up as gladiators in both the personal and professional arenas of your life and transform the way you think and lead your life and business. Let me first give you some insight into who I am. Being the fourth child of 6 children of a large family, I suppose I was always destined to be a fighter. I started my first business when I was 11 years old, providing gardening services, which was my passion after having been taught the art by my granddad, who was a true greenfinger. I still have a passion for gardening today and love the feeling of being outdoors and experiencing the joy a well-cared garden gives back. It reminds me so much of life. The more you sow, the more you reap. In my younger years, I studied at nights, as I'm sure many people can relate to, drinking coffee to stay awake, cramming, while working days. And over time, I became a master builder and created and built many successful companies. During these years, I studied and trained in the martial art disciplines of Zendu-kai and Muay Thai and achieved the rank of a 2nd Dan black belt, which was great reinforcement for my discipline and my fitness. In 2008, the GFC hit the world and impacted our businesses greatly, as it did to many Australians and people worldwide. This event was a pivotal turning point in my life. I was deep in debt and on the verge of losing everything I'd worked 25 years to accumulate. I had a decision to make: declare bankruptcy, as I was advised by many professionals to do, or find a way to rebuild. I chose to fight and rebuild. I made a decision to find what I wanted, and more importantly why I wanted it, and then created a map and took massive action. I immersed myself in studying human psychology and modelling masters that really walked their talk and produced real life results. Then applied this learning to my own life and business, worked really hard and achieved my goal of eliminating a $2.4 million debt in a very short space of time. This life-changing experience was the driver that instilled in me the absolute belief that whatever you focus on and believe with absolute conviction and faith and take action on, you can achieve. I began to educate and empower others with the tools and strategies that I'd learned and practiced. They too underwent transformational change, personally and professionally. This is now my vocation and my mission, and it gives me the privilege of working daily with a diverse cross-section of people. I consult and coach CEOs, leaders in Australian corporate business, small business entrepreneurs, through to mums and dads and their children. I've found no matter what career or calling in life people have, I've discovered they all share common challenges. There's 5 areas that people find challenging. The first is their physical health and energy. This section of their lives is being eroded. Their energy levels are low through a combination of poor diet and lack of physical exercise. The second challenge people have, generally speaking, is they're stressed, mentally and emotionally, many to the point of depression, and they're allowing circumstances and events to control their emotions and shaping limiting beliefs in themselves and others. The third part of life that people are finding challenging are their intimate and family relationships, which are really suffering as a result of low energy and lack of intimacy, and this has a compounding effect on every other area of life. Relationships are life, and if they're not going well, life can be really hard, as we know. The fourth area I find people lacking in is time. All are time poor and driven by technology and the ever-increasing to-do list. And the last and final challenge is people's business, career or work, which is consuming a huge portion of life and isn't fulfilling people's goal for financial freedom, joy, balance and peace, which is ultimately man's highest ideal. I've got a question for you. In your own life, can you relate to some of these challenges? Today, I'm going to give you some answers, real workable solutions that are proven to deliver transformational change. Thousands of men and women have decided they are going to demand more from their lives, to have more energy, happiness and fulfillment, and have taken action, and now are producing outstanding, measurable bottom-line results. Like everything in life, there's a price to pay. You have to be willing to commit the time, energy, resources and the discipline to stop and review what isn't working in your life and focus on a few fundamental core areas and then develop them. Let's begin by defining what these 7 core areas in our lives are. We need to examine and master these 7 elements and to attain a balance in each if we are to have a fulfilling life. The first area of life and the foundation of everything really is our physical body and health. If you don't have health and energy in abundance, all the areas around this baseline will be worthless. High energy is the basis for success in life. I'm sure you will agree that without an abundance of energy and vitality, no matter how well intentioned you are, you simply won't have the capacity to give 100% of yourself to others and the other aspects of your life. Where do you rate yourself in the life in the area of health? The second area is our emotions. Emotions are really the meaning we attach to an experience or an event that eventually over time become a habit. An example may be this. When you met your partner or a friend, you may have overlooked a habit they had of, say, leaving their clothes laying around. But after the honeymoon period was over and you got to know them well, this habit started bothering you. Now it really bothers you. You hate it. Why is that? Nothing fundamentally changed. They do what they've always done. I believe it's what we mentally associate subconsciously now to the experience that has made the difference. And it's these associated habitual emotions that play a vital role in determining how we proactively, rather than reactively, face life's challenges. If you master your emotions, you control your state of mind and live a life you control, not controlled by the events around you. The key to turning people's anger and blame and directing it to achieve a favourable resolution is a leader's task. It begins by first mastering your own state and emotions and being able to reach out, build rapport and connect with people not only on a personal level but as a person who cares. This is what separates good from great leaders in every field and comes down to what I teach. 85% of any business mastery is psychology. The remaining 15% is the mechanics and knowing your business well. I'm sure you all know the mechanics of your own business far better than I. The challenge is mastering your mindset and emotions. So knowing the emotions we're referring to, how do you rate yourself in this area of emotions in life? The third area of life are relationships, which are the essence of life and business, and an area of so much pain for many people. One cause of disharmony in relationships may be attributed to what many of us do naturally without even thinking. We tend to impose less of our rules and beliefs on our friends and associates than what we do in our intimate relationships, and wonder why they can be so painful. Think about what you let slide with your friends as far as your beliefs go that you'd never let past the keeper in your own relationship. In coaching many people, I've found a common trait. They take what they have been really well trained to do and excel at and get rewarded for doing. A prosecutor or a litigator is a great example for this. They're masters at cross-examining people, drilling down into an event and then revealing the precise truth. In their profession, they're rewarded for this unique skill and are given significance, one of the basic human needs. Then they may come home from work and do what they are great at doing at work at home, on their children or their partner, by simply putting them on the stand. I thought you said you put the cap all the way on the tomato sauce. Or, didn't you say you bought the toilet paper yesterday? And the child or partner reacts unfavourably and they don't understand why. Over time, the relationships become strained, and many people just simply escape by spending more time doing what they are best at, which is their career or their job, and eventually the relationship breaks down. To keep the relationship thriving, maybe we could look to the good book for some guidance and live the golden rule. Do unto others as you'd have them do unto you. Now, in this area of relationships, how do you rate yourself in your life? The next area we must master to lower our stress and overwhelm is our time, or our activity management. Given the ever-increasing technological stampede in our lives, the constant emails, 24/7 phone and social media access, we need some strategy to manage the deluge of information and focus on what's important, and to have the discipline to be able to switch off and connect to our priorities and goals. I think we're all sold on the idea that technology would give us more free time. How's that working for you? I find that it intrudes into every area of our lives. Don't get me wrong, I love technology and use it daily. But without a system to manage and control the constant beeping in our pockets, the emails, and the other technologies, it can drive a person crazy. The solution is simple. It may seem old school, but it works. And it's this: know your outcome. What are your priorities? Then design a system for yourself that aligns with your priorities and not someone else's. And discipline yourself to practice your system of management no matter what. Many people let the demands of others control their lives, and they wonder why they feel overwhelmed. We feel in control of our lives to the degree that we control events. So managing your time and consciously filtering what you allow into your own life is a major leap in taking back the control. Now, in the area of time, how do you rate yourself in life? The fifth area of life we spend so much of our lives pursuing is our career. Or is it your mission? The very way we describe what we do to earn a living reveals so much. We need to ask the hard question: is what you're doing in true alignment with who you are? Do you love what you do? Is it your passion? If it is, then you'll have real fulfillment and your life will be rewarding, and over time, if you're committed, you'll become a master in your field. If, however, what you do is in conflict with your values or beliefs, then take back control. You have the free will and the ability to change direction at any time you choose. And because this area of life consumes so much of our daily life, it's dependent on the overall fulfillment, that we line ourselves doing what we love and have a passion for. So in your life, how do you rate yourself in the area of career? The sixth area of life is finances, which I find in my coaching as a source of pain for many people. What can you do to gain financial independence? Is this an area you know you should give more attention to or seek advice on, but are being procrastinating? So many entrepreneurs are highly skilled at their profession, but don't learn the basics in finance and wonder why they're not gaining freedom in this area. There's a basic philosophy that I'm sure we're all familiar with, and it's this: spend less than what you earn and invest the rest, and over time, you will become financially free. This is a fundamental financial success formula that many people simply ignore to their peril. What example are you setting in the area of life right now for your loved ones to follow in the area of finances? The seventh and the last highest value area of life is contribution. Do we contribute beyond ourselves to what we believe is worthy of our time and resources? And what type of legacy, spiritually, emotionally, and financially, are we going to leave behind to those we love? It's something to think about. Do we take the time to celebrate our successes and the contribution so we spur ourselves on? So many achievers don't, yet it's a vital trigger for the mind to do this often and associate the pleasure with success and giving. You can only build on success, so celebrate the victories along the way and enjoy the journey of life. Now let's take a look at these areas. Is your life balanced in each of these 7 core areas? Not likely if you're like the majority of achievers. The purpose of this exercise is to define what areas of life you need to develop and master to achieve an outstanding life. When you're not happy in any area of life, there are usually two reasons. The first is you haven't given that area the attention you know it deserves. Or secondly, you've lowered your personal standards in that area. The key to fulfillment is to raise your standards, take action, and develop a plan to create what you desire in that area, and then commit to constant improvement. I have a question for you. Now we've defined these 7 core areas in life, how did you rate yourself? Did you base your rating on where you are now compared to where you want to be in the future? Or did you base it on where you are now compared to where you've been? There's no right or wrong, it's simply something to consider when you take the next step and establish exactly what you want to achieve in each of these areas. These are your goals. I wonder why it is that at a philosophical level, we all know that goals are important. Yet when we study the research, it shows that 97% of our population simply doesn't set goals. Without a clear, written, defined, specific plan of exactly what you want, how do you hope to achieve your goals? Usually, my first question to a client is, what do you want? I've never yet met a successful person in life or business that can't tell me exactly what it is they want. If you know what you want in your business or in any area of life, the next question and the driver behind the want is, why do you want it? The reason, the why, or the purpose is a vital ingredient to the recipe that many people skip. Yet it's the purpose that is vital in giving us the fuel when the inevitable challenges arise to keep us driving towards our goal. It's been said that reasons come first, answers come second. We all need a clear and compelling vision for what we want in life, so we have a target to aim at. It's in this area of having a target that many people stumble and dabble. All leaders must have a compelling, clear vision and defined written goals. Without these in place, the result is a major chokehold on business and life. This is where we at Exclusive Leadership Academy can add real value to your life, both personally and professionally. We're focused on results, not theory, and our strategy in coaching, while systematic, is tailored to you as an individual to address your personal needs. We're a boutique consulting and coaching business that delivers personal service, cutting-edge strategies that, when implemented, produce outstanding results. I believe that as a leader, you are the most valuable resource in your company. If you don't operate at 100% with vision, energy and focus and measure your results regularly, you aren't producing at an optimum level. Business is for gladiators, not for dabblers. If you're in a position that you've wanted to do something and change your life or business, but have been putting it off, I invite and encourage you to take up our offer of a complimentary strategic session where we can define where you are now exactly and exactly what you want, and give you some tools and strategies to propel you to what you want in your business and life a lot faster than going alone. Why is it that the most successful athletes, business leaders and entrepreneurs in the world all have coaches? Because they offer a different perspective, provide strategy and insight, and hold you accountable, helping you transform ordinary results into outstanding performance. This is what we love. This is our mission and passion, to help people create transformational change and breakthroughs in life and business. We offer you this opportunity to transform now. I leave you with one of the words from my mentors. If you want to have more and do more, you first have to become more. Our mantra is this: learn, lead, love, and live strong. Make your life outstanding.